Hello there, and welcome back to episode 9 of the second season of The Savage Lands. It's the end of the year 108 in brightness portals, and 19 dwarves are doing their best to prepare this fortress for the upcoming storm of new migrants that will surely fill these halls with life. And then we're going to have a lot of workshops that will be brimming with workers, and we're going to churn out so much stuff there. I'm so looking forward to that. Until then, our dogs are growing like crazy, and I feel like I really need to cut down on the population here. So thing is, we really got a lot of dogs here in the fortress by now, and I'll leave it like this for now. But just one dog can probably impregnate every female doggo here. But the good thing is they don't eat up anything except for FPS. So for now, I'm going to leave it as it is. But well, no. Let's put a stop to the breeding of these dogs once and for all, because I think we have more dogs than we'll probably need until the fall of this fortress, if this one might happen. But all in all, if I leave it like it is right now, I can already foresee that this fortress will ultimately implode on the amount of dogs in here. And even at this point, even if all these dogs have been gilded properly, it might be still the problem that there might be still pregnant dogs around that will be producing even more dogs. So we really got to be careful with this situation. We got a lot of dogs. So spring comes, and so does the long saving screen, but it is over now. And I don't know, if we don't get migrants this year, I'm starting to grow desperate, because we really do have so much undone work. The list of tasks is insanely long. I'm just not opening it here right now because I don't want to pause the game even more, because here I just want to let time pass and let as much work get done as possible. I have introduced a nice little trap corridor, including an airlock in this area here. So when time has come and work has been done, we will be able to breach into the caverns here for good. I mean, I don't really know what for. There's a couple of valuable pockets of gemstone here, black diamond and the like. There's a bit of equipment lying around from dead cave denizens, but apart from that, I don't see us needing the depths that much. I had fortresses that needed the access to these layers way more than this one, and so far, well, I don't know. We will be looking at what this will bring for us in the longer picture of things. So all right. What you saw there was a attempt of the dog to escape the gelding process. Sometimes they attack the gelder, and one Cavi boar went missing. Such is life. All right, so I don't even want to go for any further mining attempts here right now, except for deepening our cistern, because I really feel like having this hole as deep as possible. This will be our freshwater access for the fortress. Therefore, really important stuff. So, I just noticed that one of these work orders has been completed. Yeah, there we go. So we have a good amount of charcoal available at these furnaces. So probably, you know what? We're going to go and have a, yeah, well, all right, these staircases are close enough to each other, I'd say. So right now, I double-checked in between this and the last episode why the steel processing was so slow, and it's actually not so much about my workers being so terribly slow, it's the flux stone that gets hauled from the depths of these dungeons, and, you know, that's how things are coming together, so... Alright. Those dogs, they really don't like the gelding, where my gelder ain't that much of a professional. This just shows me that we probably should bring up a hospital as soon as possible as well. Although, I gotta say, a hospital with just that amount of workers here right now is actually also quite a farce. Ah, well, let's just hope that there will be, with the coming of spring, just some people swarming towards our fortress and filling us with, giving us the workers we need. Because right now, I don't even dare to assign any further jobs, because I really want to get that backlog of work to be punched through, or however you want to call it, while we're producing more and more steel. That's the preparations for our first real squad. I can't wait for these to get... this is going to be exhilarating for me to have the very first squad of Shin Mistum fully equipped with steel. I think there might be a good chance of me setting up one squad with iron in between, so we get the manpower up faster. I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet. I do see that we can do it many ways, but considering the amount of laboring force we will have here, ultimately I think it will be easy. It will be quite easy to equip everybody with steel. I don't think we need to fall back to iron here too much. I don't think that's going to be necessary. Look at those building jobs, how they not get done all day. Jeez. And the dogs are fighting quite hard. I wonder if one of my people will die due to that. And did you hear that sound? That was the sound I was literally waiting since now 4 or 5 episodes. So finally, people have arrived to do all the work. And usually, in a situation like that, when the fortress is already pretty successful, the first wave of migrants that shoves you above 20. It's looking like that. There's even more. I bet we will get over 40, don't we? Yeah, over 40. This is quite typical. I've seen that so often that when I build up an insane fortress before the arrival of the third migrant wave, basically. Yeah, it's actually the third, because it's always the first and the second are hard-coded and bring you just above or just to 20 people, and then it takes a while. Whatever. The Fellowship of Ashes wants a temple in here. I think that's a pretty... I think that's perfect. I mean, we've just completed, or we've just gained a lot of people, and that shows me this only happens because we have so many followers of the Fellowship of Ashes here. This would not happen if there wouldn't be too many people wanting that. So we are going to set up another little temple district here in this area, but I will designate a bit of a larger area to the Fellowship of Ashes, because I can already foresee that they will want something bigger. So we're going to go for something like that. Yeah, let's give them a nice large wing here. Okay, so we're going to accept that petition. Obviously, that's going to be the first thing that we're going to do. I didn't expect that to be the first thing, but whatever. So with the influx of all these people, stuff will now get done. So it's going to be wonderful. I will now see progress everywhere, you know, and I'm so happy that this is the case. Yeah, look at that. The construction jobs immediately done, and all the hauling jobs that were left open here in these areas will now get done finally as well. And that means let's check on our work orders. I want to see, did I already... I don't think that I made work orders for the other stone blocks yet. We have andesite blocks. And do I have gabbro blocks? Yes, I do. It's time to add in chert blocks. And I think the other one was rhyolite, wasn't it? I know chert for sure, so let's add that one in directly. So here, Rhyolite, I got that one too, so pretty sure that these are the correct ones. We're going to cut that stuff up until we have 200 blocks of these. And the same stuff we do now for Rhyolite. This will now add in more work for my peeps, but since we have more peeps, that's going to be no issue at all. So, Rhyolite. I want to have some different stones for my temple district quite badly, you know. Therefore, let's cut some chert, let's cut some Rhyolite, and make sure that temple is getting done, you know. And by that opportunity, we can just check on out what we'll find here. I mean, we found a lot of gold in this layer, so we'll whoa. Ah, okay, everything's fine. I was just confused for a sec about what has happened there. We just found tetrahedrite in our cistern. I only was able to think about bridge because I wanted to build that bridge. That's why I put the flooring below the bridge. It was important, you know. I hate it when there's a hole in my flooring. I really dislike that, okay? So, let's see why the hell these floors didn't get done. I mean, seriously, are we working with andesite or gabbro? Andesite. I keep asking myself that. Okay. So let's see what the reason behind that was. If they can't build them just now, or if they're getting cancelled yet again. We'll see about that. I am so happy that we finally can assign new bigger projects, new things can get done. I mean, let's not get ahead of ourselves. The moment we are breaching this amount of population is also the moment where baddies can actually go for us. So I probably will finish the barracks next, so we can assign a small squad of capable fighters that will keep brightness portals safe for now. I'm just talking about 4 people or something like that. Seriously, a small force here. Gabbro? Damn, Gabbro and andesite, they look so same to me that I really have a hard time discerning one type of stone from the other. But I guess I'm just not dwarven enough for that. So, people are now finally building the cage traps down here. This is going to be a really long-term project because it's 100 Z levels down below the earth. So people are going to... It's going to take a while until they're finishing up their jobs here. So chert and rhyolite are getting dumped down here. That's good news. Finally. So that means the blocks that I was waiting for my other temples are finally getting made as well. So I do realize that I don't like this this cavity here. So what are we going to do about that? That was a bit of a mistake. It's now looking horribly asymmetric, so we're going to pull in a wall here. This will still look a little bit off for now, but I don't mind. So, let's see. Flooring-wise, it's too early to go for anything else than stone. I would love to go for some metal flooring here, but, you know, let's go for the standard gabbro flooring that we have in most parts of the fortress. I mean, don't underestimate this type of flooring. It is already much more valuable than the standard flooring, so it will help a lot in making the place here somewhat valuable, especially when we're starting to engrave that stuff. But since this is going to be the temple of an organized religion, that means they're going to require at some point a temple complex. And therefore, I am building a little bit more generously around that project here. There we go. So, the Ashen... not Guildhall. The Fellowship of Ashes. They got 14 worshippers here. They worship Bukar, the local god of death and suicide. I mean, it's just the pantheon here. It's the big OG god here. So let's see how's the distribution of our new friends here. There are so few religious people. Nashus, the goddess of love. The creative tweeting, that's the organized religion behind Nashus. I love that name. Tabmik. And the Coven of Spit. Damn, that sounds so despicable. We have another death god here. Interesting. And we have Golgun, the god of muck, with the lustful cult behind him. These are, I find the beliefs of our society here highly questionable. But such is the way of how were they called again? The Towers of Age, exactly. We are the here we are the Lance of Faith. Damn, that's a fitting name for a military fortress. I like it. So, our Fortress of Gulf Cobalt was ruled by the Steel of Panthers, exactly. And when I checked them here, they have now a population of 300 people. That's so amazing. When I left them, they only had 150. So, seems like Gulf Cobalt went down on a good time once we left them. I mean, there was the fundament of a very powerful fortress to begin with, and it pleases me to see that the AI managed my premises successfully. Alright, so let's check out how things are going here. Do we have enough bedrooms assigned? Hell no, we don't. So let's just drag and drop a huge rectangle over this thing. Here we go. So now there's bedrooms for everybody. One of our flock is especially unhappy. Vutok Imeshmafal, the peasant. Sprinkle Chambers, what a name. So why are you unhappy? You were being attacked? Panics, reliving being attacked. I wonder if this guy was gelding the dogs or anything. Really don't know. And here, you see, we already gelded all the dogs, but there's still some puppies coming still after that process. That's because you never know when they were actually pregnant or not. So we have some clashing in the caves. And let's recheck on our furnaces. How's the situation at the steel furnaces? So we got 8 processes done here, 7 processes done here. So we cannot do any more because we ran out of flux stones. I was wondering already if there was any issue there, because I figured that actually we should have done way more by now. Okay, so we have managed to procure a total of 30 steel bars. That's okay. That's pretty okay to begin with. So let's do 2 things. First off, let's make sure we're going to grab ourselves some more flux stone. It's going to be very imperative now. So the dolomite has to be cut. And after that, I want to make sure that the first squad of brightness portals is going to get mustered. Oh, there's a wall missing here. So let's do that. Here, this is going to be the first barracks. The first squad of brightness portals will be very close to the surface, so they can act on whatever threat will come up for our fortress here. So we got already 1 brave militia commander. He's going to grab himself some people here. 4 in total I want to have on this squad. Let's put away the paper maker for now. I don't need a paper maker that badly. Here's another peasant. Wonderful. So you 4 will be the Walled Kingdoms. Congratulations, my friends. So we're going to schedule them to training and assign this to them here. And let's see what kind of gear they'll grab up. So obviously there seems to be a weapon for everybody, but the rest of the gear seems to be miserably low. We do have backpacks, and is that a water skin? I think so. Amazing. I didn't even know that we got these. Anyways, that's not as important. Oh, I wanted to replace that wall here as well. So let's get back to business. So we are going to go for the first work orders here. So we're going to say we're going to want steel helmets, steel breastplate, And, you know, it is a little bit annoying that I'm going to do this like that. Steel mail shirt, because we're going to have to do that several times, but whatever. Steel greaves, steel high boot, and steel shield. Nah, I'm not going to do steel shields. I personally see that as a bit of a waste of material. So we're going to produce now 4 of these, and the rest will be up to my smiths. So, well, I'll check back with these. What kind of how much steel will be left after this production? Because I will forge them some weapons afterwards. But you know, this will take its time until it's done. But you know, this will have a huge payoff for us. And since we have 4 forges here available, we're going to get that done, I think, in pretty much no time. So let's check back on my work orders. I do have bins on the work orders here. Finally, some hematite is being delivered to the stockpiles, and we have a dirty, rotten amount of gold here available. So I'm going to smelt gold nuggets here, like here 10 times and here 10 times, so we can acquire ourselves some I should just so we can acquire ourselves some gold bars that we can use for the important things that will be up ahead of us, like building a mayor's apartment suite and these things. So let's check back to our city core. So, is there a problem with the tavern? Well, there's a delivery problem with the tavern, but beyond that, seems to be everything okay. So, petitions. The armored furnaces want to entertain citizens and visitors. So, let's check at these people. I mean, technically, I do appreciate the idea of some poets and people entertaining our place. You know, let's see. They were belonging to the unions of jesters. The armored furnaces. That sounds pretty dwarvish. Is this something... Well, it's always hard to see from what civilization do they come. So the realms of right. Alright. You guys... So the unions of jester, the realms of right. Let's check these out. It's always worth checking out where you're... So there's the Free Confederacy. The Cremated Confederation. Now that sounds bad. The Horror of Drinking. Well, I don't agree. Drinking is fun. So that's us. The Free Confederacy again. I really want to know who these people are before I accept them, you know. The Depressed Devil. The Raw Sovs. Where the hell are you coming from, folks? The Magical Nation. Fun. So, probably overlooking something here, but nah, I'll say no to you folks for now. Until I have a safety commissioner that can do some interrogations if necessary. I don't want to have anybody I can't trust immediately. No. There we go. Look at them go. Ah, beautiful. I mean, technically this ain't ideal. Technically, if you want optimal results, I would strongly recommend you to just assign your best smith to that job and make sure that only legendary smithies and stuff like that, or well, the best armor smiths and that you can get should do the job. But you know, I consider the dwarfs of Brightness Portals as pragmatic. You know, they don't have time for dawdling around like that. So let's see, carpenters' workshops are not carpenting enough for my taste. Oh well. Ah, the bins are just not getting transported here. So we're producing so much gold that's actually spilling over by now. Beautiful, eh? That's the dream of every dwarf. So let's see to the lid of this place. 156. Not enough. So... It makes me kind of wonder if I still have enough andesite to work with. You never know until it's running out. Until then, let's chop down some trees. Because that's a very, very dwarven thing to do. So, as a matter of fact, yes, we actually ran out of andesite. You see, that can happen so quickly when this is your main, when you're using one specific type of stone, almost exclusively for your flooring. It can run out very, very quickly, and obviously we're here living in a gabbro layer already. Okay, so there's gabbro 2, gabbro, andesite. So we got to drill us some hole into an andesite area. So this is all gabbro hole. Okay, no problems. We will just go like, yeah, whatever. Let's go down that way. I mean, the problem I see is that there aren't too many andesite layers. There's just this layer andesite, that layer andesite, that makes 2, 3. So 3 layers of andesite, and then we're already gone, done with that stuff. So I'm not too surprised that we're starting to run into some issues with that. So we're going to draw a huge little andesite pit. Yeah, never mind me. The huge little pit is going to go. Okay, alrighty. So once the forging jobs are done, we're going to have access to the finest gear for our warriors. I'm going to look forward to that. Until then, I bet that we are going to require more dolomite. There we go. I should probably monitor this this excavation a little bit more closely, huh? Oh boy. So excavating the amethyst layer, the andesite layer, is unearthing a lot of amethyst for us, which is a very, very good occurrence because amethyst is surprisingly valuable for the for how early I find it here in the depth layer. So it's a pretty good thing. We're going to have a lot of these purple gems. So good stuff. Good stuff. It won't take long until we have our first raiding parties on the loose. I still need more miners. So let's check out how many picks do I have. I have 6 picks. Wonderful. That means we can have 6 miners. So animal caretaker, nah. We don't need you there. I also should bring up a hospital very soon. Now that we are more people, the hospital idea is not as much of a joke anymore, and therefore it should be a bright idea. So let's check out. Ah, look at that. Look at them go. We finally get fresh andesite chunks back into our stockpiles. That was very important because, you know, it's very unfortunate if you don't have access to your favorite stone to build with anymore. I always feel like you have so many stones of a certain type until you really start building with it. Then all of a sudden, you notice that you can chunk down that stuff so darned quickly. It's amazing. Alright, so our forging jobs already are grinding to a halt. Every one of these forges is lamenting a lack of steel bars. So that's how it goes. Turns out the flux gathering is really important. There's somebody very angry. Why are you very angry, my friend? So this guy looks like he's well, let's just let this guy enjoy the jolly life. I just disabled all labors on him in hopes that this is going to ease his pain a little bit. He looks like he's one of these specific dwarves that have a pretty well, pretty low stamina to psychical stress, low resilience, psychical resilience. That's what I want to say. So, human caravan. How come that whenever I'm ending an episode, there is a caravan arriving. That's a pretty fun thing. So, my friends, we're going to carry some gemstones over here, and then we're going to see what the fine humans in the vicinity have to trade with us. So, I really hope that you guys are as excited as I am now that we finally got access to all the workforce that I was waiting for. I really can't wait for all the adventures to unfold, and the first moody dwarf shows up just when I'm talking about adventures. So yeah, I'm looking forward to your comments down below, so feel free to tell me anything that you have on your mind. I always love to hear from you folks. And a thumbs up on this series is much appreciated. It helps the algorithm to recognize how much you like the series, and other people have a easier time finding it. Also, subscribe to the channel. That helps me personally out a lot, and it also makes it easier for you to get notified whenever something new from my side airs. That being said, I hope you had a great time. There is a link to the playlist if you want to check out the entire Savage Lands series from the beginning. Knock yourself out. There's a bit of content there. So, have a wonderful day. See you guys next time when we're going to find out what fun we can have with all those weapons and armors we're making. See you guys next time.